I had my 2 children, and I always had a bulge in my stomach and a really big belly button. This wasn't anything normal. I also didn't feel good. Like, I had a lot of pain in my stomach. I thought it might have been a hernia. Because of this abnormal bulge, you know, I felt that I needed to actually get it looked at. I was always embarrassed. I had students asking me if I was pregnant. I recall having to sort of wear certain garments to push my stomach in, and never really seeing the result, you know, in those garments supporting me. And I actually didn't think there was an option out there, believe it or not. I didn't think that there would ever be any help for me. I spent years and years and years just really being embarrassed about my body and the bulge and the size of my belly button. Fast forward 5 years later, actually, I was ready to have the surgery. And I had the surgery July 1st, 3 days after school ended for me, July 1st, 2014. And prior to that, actually, it was a whole year and a half of planning with Dr. Ganchi and his staff. I had my initial consultation with them. We discussed the surgery itself. And mind you, this whole process took a year and a half. It wasn't sort of like a rush thing. It was just coming here and working with such a nice, nurturing, loving staff throughout this whole year process that I truly appreciated. But there was something about Dr. Ganchi that made me feel safe, made me feel confident that I was in great hands. And what I also thought was very helpful was spending time with his staff throughout this whole planning process for that year and a half, knowing that they truly cared about not just the physical appearance, but just like my emotional state and my mental state. You know, they really worked to support that piece, and that to me was probably the most important part coming here. I feel beautiful. I started exercising 6 months after surgery. The swelling went down. I have a beautiful belly button for the first time in forever. I feel great. People actually think I'm a lot younger than I am, and that also makes me feel really good. You know, I have 2 children, and my son is always, you know, he's always praising me. Mom, you look great, you know, and that makes me feel wonderful. To know that I look as good as I did in my 20s and teenage years, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. If you're interested in getting a procedure done, I would definitely recommend Dr. Ganchi. I've actually recommended numerous friends to Dr. Ganchi who have actually gone through the same procedures that I have gone through. So I think that speaks a lot for itself.